How to avoid first-headed monster, disability probate court. Oh my. Hey folks, elder law care attorney Patrick Kelleher coming to you from elderlawcare.com. Folks, today's question from a subscriber. Hey Patrick, does our estate plan cover healthcare proxy or healthcare decisions in our healthcare needs? And folks, from my experience, typically most estate plans, from my experience, are woefully insufficient to properly give specific healthcare decisions and instructions to your loved ones. Folks, elder law care attorney Patrick Kelleher and author of How to Avoid a Four-Headed Monster of Estate Planning and Elder Law. And folks, I wrote an article for a local newspaper several years ago called The Big Six Disability Planning. Part of this Big Six Disability Planning, the number 2 tool of the Big Six Disability Planning, is your formal healthcare proxy. And folks, the legal healthcare proxy or healthcare directive, some states may call it, will allow you to appoint your healthcare agent. So your healthcare agent can legally step into your shoes and make your medical decisions when and if you're completely incapacitated. And usually it ends right there, folks. Hence the reason why I coined it the Big Six Disability Planning. Because folks, another important power tool you need in your healthcare proxy toolbox is called what I refer to advanced medical directives. Advanced medical directives, where you can memorialize in writing medical checklists on how you want to be cared for in certain medical situations. For example, you're in a coma, no chance of recovery. What type of medical care would you want in that situation? Would you want CPR? Yes or no? Would you want to be intubated with a feeding tube? Yes or no? Would you want artificial hydration and nutrition? Would you want radiation or chemotherapy? Would you want pain medication? A lot of folks in my experience say, hey Patrick, if I'm in a coma, no chance of recovery, I don't want anything. And they start checking no. And they get into autopilot mode and I say, you may want to say yes to pain medication because you want to be comfortable, right? So advanced medical directive is the cousin to the healthcare proxy. That is a staple. It should be part and parcel of one of your elder law tools in your elder law toolbox. In fact, it's so important, I refer to it as a power tool. Also, HIPAA authorization. HIPAA authorization, Health Insurance Portability Accountability Act. If you become completely incapacitated and your loved ones are looking to obtain a second opinion from a medical specialist, they're going to need to get access to your medical records. They will not be able to get access to your medical records unless you pre-authorize them in a HIPAA release, HIPAA authorization release, allowing your loved ones to get access to your medical records in a time of need. And they're going to need that for that specialist to render a medical opinion if they're looking for a second opinion. Also, pro tip, typically recommend to our clients to extend that HIPAA authorization for 2 years, even after the date of passing, because that will allow your family to get access to your medical records if there's any uncertainty around your passing and the family needs certainty and needs closure so they can resume their lives. Also, folks, spoon-fed directive, that's a biggie. Sat in on a course several years ago with our Elder Council organization, taught by a PhD nurse who shared with us a case out of New York State, retired nurse with dementia, incapacitated in nursing home later in life. That nurse had a healthcare proxy, but it ended there. It had no additional instructions on how she wanted to be cared for if she was no longer eating under her own volition. And from my experience, a lot of these facilities, nursing homes, memory care units, manually spoon feed if you're no longer eating under your own volition. Now, number 6 of the Big Six Disability Planning, strong recommendation, put that in writing, let your loved ones know, let the medical providers know whether you want to be spoon fed or not. A couple of different options for our clients. Option A, no spoon feeding. Option B, spoon feeding maybe, but they should discontinue if you're choking on the food, aspirating on the food, or pushing the food away. Because now that will give your loved ones, your healthcare agent, strong legal leg to stand on to advocate for you. And we had a case a couple of years ago, actually. It was during the holiday week, Thanksgiving. Clients were calling us, no names of course. Their dad was in a local memory care unit and he was choking, aspirating on the food, pushing food away. They continued to resume their corporate practice of manually spoon feeding the gentleman. His elderly wife and the children were frantic. They protested. They gave them pushback. I had to get involved. All I had to do was send a simple email to the decision makers at that memory care unit, reminding them of our client's spoon-fed directive that he wished not to be spoon-fed if he was choking, aspirating, or pushing food away. It resolved the matter like that. Not only did it honor the client's end-of-life wishes, but it took a tremendous amount of relief, burden, and angst off the shoulders of the family during that holiday week. So folks, there you have it right there. If you do not have Advanced Medical Directive, the cousin to the healthcare proxy, that medical checklist, if you do not have HIPAA authorization extended beyond your passing, if you do not have spoon-fed directive, strongly recommend make a recommendation to you to make that part and parcel of your elder law toolbox, make those part of your power tools to protect you in a time of disability. So there you have it, folks. If you found this video helpful, please scroll down, post a comment and a question, because a member of our elder law care team will get back to you as soon as possible. Be sure to click that notification bell and subscribe, because we will keep you updated on other important elder law care matters. Folks, thanks for joining us here today at elderlawcare.com.